You think Subaru is the pinnacle of durability? The emblem of safety, of limitless adventure? I used to think so too, until the truth began to unfold. After thousands of hours working with these cars, a disturbing pattern emerged. Oil consumption, CVTs quitting early, interiors deteriorating rapidly. Are you banking on a car whose durability is just a promise? Today, I'm going to show you 5 car brands that are not only more durable than Subaru, but also much cheaper to own. Get ready to change everything you thought you knew about reliability. Lexus. Sounds obvious, right? But here's the truth. While a Subaru is only good until 100,000 miles, a Lexus actually starts to excel from there on out. I've seen RX 350s, ES 350s roll into the shop with over 240,000 miles, original engine, original transmission. Still smooth, no warning lights, no CVT drama. J.D. Power's 2025 study ranked Lexus number 1 in the entire industry. Only 150 problems per 100 vehicles. That's nearly 30% fewer issues than Subaru, and over 36% fewer than BMW. Audi, the kings of repair. Subaru interiors might fade, buttons stick. But a Lexus cabin, it ages with dignity. Leather still feels new, with trim untouched. Every feature works perfectly even after a decade. The real luxury isn't the badge, it's not worrying about the next $1,000 repair bill. While some Subaru owners sigh and replace their CVT after 100K, Lexus's traditional automatic transmissions are proven for over 200,000 miles. Less frequent repairs, longer part life, fewer surprise service visits. Subaru might win headlines for adventurous marketing, but the truth is, Lexus delivers everything Subaru promises and actually delivers it, year after year, without the maintenance anxiety. If you want a car to go the distance without draining your wallet, Lexus isn't just a smarter luxury choice. It's a smarter car. Period. Don't care about luxury? Just want a car that's simple, dependable, and never lets you down? Honda. I used to think Subaru had the reliability game locked down until I started seeing what Honda was doing at 200,000 miles and beyond. Civics, CR-Vs, Accords with over 250,000 miles came through my lot, and what's wild is most of them still ran smooth. No misfires, no warning lights, no drama. Many looked beat to hell on the outside, but the engines? Still rock solid. Honda doesn't need you to baby it. Just oil, fluids, brakes. Compare that to Subaru. At 100,000 miles, I've seen everything from CVT failures to oil-burning issues to head gasket repairs, and none of those are cheap. Honda uses CVTs in some models now, but they're not nearly as prone to early failure as Subaru. Honda's AWD system in the CR-V/Passport handles 99% of what most drivers ever need. Fewer mechanical issues, and it's not tied to a CVT that might give out just after the warranty expires. Maintenance. Honda pulls ahead here. No weird clutch packs to service. No $2,500 head gasket repair waiting for you. Consumer Reports. CR-V scored higher than Forester in engine reliability, transmission performance, and cost of repairs, 2017 to 2023. J.D. Power consistently ranks Honda above Subaru in overall dependability. Customers just keep coming back for their second, third Honda, not to upgrade, but to replace what finally aged out after 250,000 miles. So yeah, Subaru still gets points for snow and safety. But if you want a car that's easy to own, cheap to fix, and doesn't leave you stranded at 120,000, Honda is the no-drama daily driver that just works. What if you're looking for something a little more fun to drive, but still reliable as ever? Mazda. It feels like a European luxury car behind the wheel, but it won't punish you when the miles start piling up. Subaru's reliability reputation is built on tradition, but Mazda's? It's built on engineering that actually holds up long after the hype fades. Mazda 3s, CX-5s, even older Mazdas with well over 100,000 miles still drive like they just broke in. No rattles, no weird shifts, no fading interior plastics. They just feel tight, like someone actually cared when they built it. The biggest reason? Mazda avoids the complexity that kills other brands. Most of their lineup skips CVTs and turbochargers altogether. That alone saves you from thousands in future repairs. I've driven a Mazda 3 Turbo that honestly felt like an Audi A4, but without the $1,600 fuel injector repairs or the electrical gremlins. Mazda gives you the driving feel of a premium car, but with Toyota-like simplicity under the hood. Skyactiv technology isn't some marketing gimmick. It's smart engineering that makes their engines efficient, responsive, and most importantly, reliable. Consumer Reports. Mazda ranks in the top 3 for brand reliability in the past 5 years, often ahead of Subaru. Mazda's powertrain issues are over 40% lower than Subaru's. And unlike Subaru, where CVT replacements often creep up around 90k to 120k miles, Mazda's 6-speed automatics just keep shifting clean. Even maintenance feels easier. No finicky AWD systems, no hidden service bulletins. Keep up with the basics, and these cars just keep going. One of my regulars traded in a 2015 CX-5 with 195,000 miles, still had the original transmission, interior looked great. He said, "This thing's boring, but it's the best car I've ever owned." Mazda doesn't wow you with gimmicks or flash. It wins with longevity, tight driving dynamics, and a quiet absence of problems. Compared to Subaru, where you're watching out for CVT quirks, AWD repairs, and oil consumption, Mazda just lets you enjoy the drive. So yeah, it might be underrated, but when it comes to outlasting Subaru and saving money doing it, Mazda is absolutely in the conversation. You want a car that feels upscale, drives tight, and doesn't punish you for hitting 150,000 miles. Acura. Let's be honest, when most people think of reliable cars, Acura probably isn't the first brand that comes to mind. But it should be. Acura quietly delivers luxury without the stress, and Honda-level reliability without the mechanical drama that plagues so many Subarus past 100,000 miles. Acura is built on the same rock-solid Honda foundation, but with a more refined, premium twist. You're not dealing with fragile CVTs like you are in Subarus. You're not seeing turbo overload in every trim. And you're definitely not stuck with overcomplicated AWD systems that start throwing codes just past warranty. J.D. Power's 2024 study. Acura ranked higher than Subaru, with fewer reported issues. Models like the RDX and TLX consistently score above Subaru rivals in Consumer Reports for owner satisfaction at 3+ years. Even on the financial side, Acura wins. RepairPal lists Acura's average annual maintenance cost at $501. That's over $100 less per year than Subaru's $617 average. And while brands like BMW or Audi sneak in high-end service costs post-warranty, Acura keeps it reasonable. Subaru's image is strong, rugged, outdoorsy. But I've seen too many Subarus in the shop for premature CVT failures, burning oil, and odd AWD issues. Meanwhile, Acuras from the same mileage range just keep showing up clean, running smooth, no red flags. If Subaru is the brand people think is the smart long-term choice, Acura is the one quietly proving it year after year, mile after mile. Now, let's shift to something unexpected. A brand that most people wrote off years ago, but behind the scenes, it's quietly become one of the most reliable, low-maintenance options out there. And it's giving Subaru serious competition, Buick. I know, Buick probably isn't the first name that pops into your head when you think long-term reliability. But that's exactly why it belongs in this list. While everyone's talking about Subaru, Buick has been quietly climbing the dependability ranks. In fact, J.D. Power's 2023 study ranked Buick number 2 overall, ahead of not just Subaru, but even Toyota and Lexus in some categories. And no, that's not a fluke. Buick's been holding steady near the top for years, and I've seen the proof on the lot. What makes Buick different? They're not chasing trends. No complex dual-motor AWD systems. No CVTs that slip at 90,000 miles. Just low-stress, well-tuned drivetrains. Many of them naturally aspirated or conservatively turbocharged, which means far fewer catastrophic failures down the road. Subaru, on the other hand, still dealing with oil consumption issues, CVT complaints, and AWD clutch wear, especially once you hit that 6-digit mileage mark. I've seen Foresters come in at 110,000 with full CVT replacements. Meanwhile, Buicks of the same age, quiet, smooth, no drama. RepairPal, Buick's average annual repair cost is $608, slightly under Subaru's $617. But here's the real win. Buicks tend to avoid those sudden $2,000 surprises. the kind Subaru owners often face with head gaskets or transmission rebuilds. Older buyers especially love Buick for one big reason: peace and quiet. The ride is soft, the cabin's insulated, and the car doesn't throw warning lights every other month. And because they fly under the radar, used Buicks are often undervalued, meaning you can pick one up with low miles, good history, and still save thousands over a comparable Outback or Crosstrek. So yeah, Buick. Really, if you're looking for a car brand that quietly outlasts Subaru, stays cheap to run, and keeps your mechanic out of your speed dial, Buick might just be the most underrated move you can make. So, what does this all mean if you're shopping smart, not emotional? Because while Subaru still has its strengths, these 5 brands prove one thing: reliability today isn't about hype. It's about history, miles, and money saved. Make the smart call. And don't just drive what's popular, drive what's proven. Like this video if you learned something new. Share it with your friends so they know the truth too. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next part, where we dive even deeper into protecting your finances when buying a car. Are you ready to buy smarter?